What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review for The Mandalorian Season 2. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Chapter 12 of The Mandalorian, The Siege, is directed by Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed himself, and he plays Greef Karga in this series. And in this episode, the Mandalorian rejoins old allies for a new mission. The most recent episode of this series was a banger. It was fantastic. It left off with a lot of cliffhangers and exciting reveals. And so Episode 4, Chapter 12 was a very anticipated episode because we wanted to see what would happen next. And with this episode, it was very good, very entertaining, a lot of action in it for sure, and it brought back a lot of things that we loved about the first season. So Mandalorian and Baby Yoda return to the planet Navarro from Season 1 to get their ship repaired because it is damaged. It's been destroyed, damaged this whole entire season so far. So they get their ship repaired and they reunite with their former friends, Cara Dune, Gina Carano's character, and Greef Karga, Carl Weathers' character. And they feel great to see them. It's like a family reuniting and everyone's happy to see each other. And Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, they're basically there to get their ship repaired until they get asked about this new mission to go intercept this Empire facility where stormtroopers are basically taking over the facility. So Mandalorian agrees. He puts Baby Yoda in this school just so they can watch him while they go fight a mission. That's just another thing. I love the Baby Yoda Mandalorian back and forth this episode, especially the opening sequence with Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's trying to fix something on the ship with wires, and Mando's like, switch the wires around, put blue and red and then red and blue, and Baby Yoda screws it up. It kind of reminded me of Guardians Volume 2 with Baby Groot and Rocket with Don't Push This Button. Another character from Season 1 returns, Mithril, this blue creature guy who gets played by Mandalorian in the first episode of Season 1. He gets basically thrown into the situation as well because he's Carl Weathers' servant. The thing I really enjoyed about this episode was just the fun about it. It's Star Wars once again. Whenever they're just trying to break into the facility, we see stormtroopers everywhere. Mandalorian takes out a bunch of stormtroopers, throws one off the cliff. It reminds me of classic Star Wars because stormtroopers are just idiots. They get up to this facility, they find this recording about a guy basically reaching out to Moff Gideon about metachlorine creations. Basically, they want to take the child and use his blood to create these weapon systems. And there's a really cool theory that a lot of people had with Baby Yoda and what his presence in the show means. And obviously, us fans, we call him Baby Yoda, but in the show they call him the child. So there's a lot of speculation of why they want Baby Yoda. And it's pretty much explained briefly in this episode where they're trying to create something, Moff Gideon, and you seeing his motivation come to reality. And so Mando feels like they're in trouble already, so he automatically goes back to get Baby Yoda before anybody else does. And in the trailer, we saw a cool little chase sequence with stormtroopers on speeders and other characters driving vehicles. That's in this episode, and it's a really fun sequence with stormtrooper speeder sequences. And Gina Carano's Cara Dune finds this little vehicle. They get inside it and they're just out chasing stormtroopers. They get all of them pretty much, but then they get TIE fighters involved. Then we see TIE fighters get involved in the chase. It's really cool. You feel like our characters are pretty much doomed, and then Mando comes in on time with his ship fully repaired with Baby Yoda, takes them out, and then they complete the mission. Now, after the previous episode, we got a character reveal that everybody's been excited to see. That is Ahsoka Tano, who's going to be played by Rosario Dawson in the show. And basically, Bo-Katan was the one that said, all right, well, you can go to this Jedi on this planet Corvus, and there you'll meet Ahsoka Tano, and she'll basically guide you. And so we obviously thought she was going to show up in this episode, Ahsoka, but it seems like the next episode she definitely will. I'm very interested to see the character. So the episode ends and we get another sequence with the Empire, and then we see Moff Gideon in person for the first time this season. Giancarlo Esposito, I absolutely love him as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. And it's just such a great, cool character in season 1 once he basically comes into the situation with that TIE fighter, and then we see him with the Darksaber at the end of season 1. So we haven't seen him with no Darksaber, but he basically talks to this guy about these creation of these weapons, and then the ending shot is just this line of like weapon, like troopers, like all lined up, and it's like metachlorians, basically what people are saying. I thought Carl Weathers did a great job directing the episode. He obviously loves his Baby Yoda, so he wanted more of Baby Yoda, and basically given his own vision to the episode, because I love Carl Weathers as an actor, I love him as Apollo Creed, and just seeing him add his directing flair and his own creative vision is awesome. So I would love to see other actors in the series get to direct an episode, like a Pedro Pascal. That would be awesome. So if I were to predict what would happen next episode, obviously Ahsoka is going to be in the next episode, because yeah, it's going to happen. So I'm curious to see what they'll do with Baby Yoda in the next episode, and what Moff Gideon will do with the Darksaber. I'm sure she'll want the Darksaber herself, just like Bo-Katan. And I'm wondering when Boba Fett is going to show up to face off against Mandalorian for the first time. So there you go, guys. That was my thoughts on episode 4, chapter 12, The Siege. Let me know your guys' thoughts below. What you thought of the episode. Did you love it? Did you think it was okay? Did you absolutely hate it? Let me know why. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode review. All my social media links are in the description below. See you guys in the next video. Bye.